Dr. E. William Colglazier is the former Science and Technology Advisor to the Secretary of State.
Science diplomacy helps to make the world more peaceful, secure, prosperous, and I think that is in the U.S. interest. And one of the very best partners that I found is actually with the Office of Naval Research Global.
Diversity of perspectives is really important, and that's what you get by working with other countries. It's really making those connections that I think is where our value is. We are the network between the international community and the U.S. enterprise.
The Office of Naval Research Global's mission is to discover innovative research, to understand global technology, so global technology awareness, but also is science diplomacy, and that means understanding in that region all of the actors.
Dr. Shawn Thorne is an Associate Director for ONRG out of the London office.
I'm a liaison scientist, and my job is to go out and understand the good work that's being done in these universities all around the world.
ONRG Associate Director Robert Bolia made connections in the Asian Pacific area and is now working out of the Santiago, Chile office.
This is an engagement between us as scientists and the naval scientific community and individual scientists and institutions in the Asia-Pacific region.
ONRG Associate Director Dr. Liming Salvino is making connections out of the Singapore office.
I think ONR Global really is a very unique organization. We really provide a lot of value to the U.S. We basically establish an international scientific network. We have access in the top tier S&T worldwide. And that's from our associate directors' interaction and the conferences we're attending. So we really know what's going on.
Having a science advisor embedded in one of the Navy or Marine commands gives us the opportunity to understand firsthand what that sailor Marine needs, understand what that commander needs, and bring that back to ONR to take decisive action to make things available to them as far as technology.
Meggan Schoenberg is a science advisor for the Navy Warfare Development Command in Norfolk, Virginia.
We do save the warfighter a ton of money by helping the technologists to know what the right aspects of technology is to build. And there's nothing more satisfying than seeing technology get out in the field and actually get used very effectively.
As the Vice Chief of Naval Research and the Commanding General of the Marine Corps Warfighting Lab, Brigadier General Kevin Killea also values the science advisor's contribution to the Marine Corps.
The embedded science advisors are a crucial link to the technology world and the warfighter.
The Office of Naval Research's portfolio is comprehensive, focusing on warfighter needs at all levels. ONR Global works to support new research partnerships and discover new science around the world. ONRG was one of the first to support Dr. Andre Geim, a physics professor at the University of Manchester who developed the miraculous graphene. In fact, graphene's properties could transform the world of electronics due to its extraordinary conductivity. ONRG benefits also include research in London to develop a bat-like biomimetic mobile unmanned air vehicle that could aid in clandestine naval operations. They're also looking at the possibility of 3D printing, giving the fleet the capability to actually print out supplies while aboard ship.
If they can have everything that they need on the ship and not have to get things flown to them, it's a significant time savings. And looking at not just printing supply chain items, but looking at, hey, what does it mean to print things like food in the future?
A lot of what we fund really has dual use and non-military applications. One example is renewable energy. We're doing a lot of work with Vietnam in renewable energy. This year we opened an office in Sao Paulo. Brazil has certainly made big investments in renewable energy.
Working with global scientists and the fleet, ONR Global helps develop new technologies. An ONR Global Asian partnership developed the prototype for the Ultra Heavy Lift Amphibious Connector, or UHAC. The UHAC carries triple the weight of the current landing craft, landing just about anywhere using a track system of rubberized wheels.
Other areas where I think we're seeing some great work and some progress is with expeditionary energy and also waste to energy type initiatives.
In Hawaii, ONRG Science Advisor Donn Murakami is developing a way to transform waste into harmless ash.
It's non-toxic, something that you can use for mulching, plant vegetables or fruits. The bottom line is you're reducing that volume of trash down.
A great benefit to forward deployed Marines as well as society in general.
And so if we have a solution that can reduce the security concerns of trash disposal and additionally help the environmental concerns, that's a good thing for the Marine Corps.
ONR Global helps deliver new capabilities and partnerships to the U.S. Naval Forces. One of the most important outcomes of the Science Advisor-Fleet relationship is the mixed reality simulation for training infantrymen, or Infantry Immersive Training.
The goal being to take those first 45 days of the combat environment and bring it to simulation in CONUS. Statistics show about half of casualties happen in that first 2 months.
If I would have had this experience before I went to Iraq, I probably wouldn't have 2 Purple Hearts.
Recently, Science Advisor Heidi Boose conducted an operational assessment of a highly maneuverable expeditionary watercraft for the Marines in San Diego, California.
My favorite project I worked on is with the folks right here at BMU-1, where we did an operational assessment to compare LARCs with some new equipment, expeditionary watercraft.
The result? The EWC passed the initial tests.
Additionally, the BMU Bravo detachment is going to be able to deploy with the new equipment.
People ask, why do we have offices in these other parts of the world? Developing relationships, getting people to know, hey, there's a lot of interesting problem sets that ONR, the NRE, are looking into. And that actually excites a lot of scientists around the world. And the thing is about scientists love to collaborate.
The most satisfying part of my job, hands down, is direct work with the fleet. I love to be able to get out and talk with the sailors, talk with the Marines, find out what their problems are, put something together that makes a direct impact into the work that they can do so that they can deploy with something better than what they had before.
Chris Marchefsky is a science advisor for ONR Global.
I think the ONR Global organization is quite a unique arm within the Navy. Having both the huge scientific realm across the world and being able to go out and find those key nuggets across the world and say, this is great research.
2 professors can say, hey, look, people want us to do this. There's a little bit of money on the table to facilitate this, but this is important. All of a sudden, what you see is a multiplier. And so just this little bit of formal mechanism to create that collaboration actually goes a really long way in terms of adding to our knowledge base and our capabilities.
For me, at the end of the day, I want to transition capabilities to the next step and hopefully get a capability to the warfighter that fills a gap.
And only by engaging with the world can we find out where new developments actually can present both opportunities we can capitalize on as well as challenges we have to be aware of.
By ensuring that we take a broad look and understanding what's taking place there, there's a much less chance that we're going to be surprised with a technology that we wouldn't be aware of if we weren't forward deployed.